11, 50, 80, 11. We're
Whatever
live.
that live is.
It's one of those things, right?
Something or other, one of those things. We got Tom Andrews in the building, though. He was the first one in the building. He's probably still lurking because that's Tom. Thumbs up, Tom.
Oh gosh, yes, Tom. It's always good to see you. Hold on just a second here. Let me mute my live stream. It is good to see each and every one of you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Hopefully it all went well for you. Aviation fan, it is good to see you. Thumbs up and a high five. Great to have you here. Purple tube, love to you. Great to see you. Draper Mortimer, how have you been? It is good to see you. Endless vlogs. Mwah. You get the high five too. Ralph Moore doesn't get the kiss though, but he does get the high five. There you go. Great to see you.
Melissa Gill.
Macy, you get the kiss. Great to see you. Tales of the Solstice, much love to you. Tales of the Solstice, thumbs up and a high five. And just like
We're
that,
at the bottom
of the chat.
We're at the bottom. How's everyone doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yes.
We are into a new year. Crazy. It went fast. It went really fast.
I'm sorry to hear that, Macy. That does suck. I did hear about that.
I didn't see it yet because I'm over here sharing because I had to share.
Her great grandfather had passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Macy.
Yeah, that sucks. But 2021 has got to be better than 2020, and the first part of 2021 is going to suck a little bit because we're still going through the motions with COVID and all of that. But I think it's going to get better. I think this year is going to be better. I think we've turned the corner. What do you think?
We're not claiming this year is our year, but we're going to say we're in hopes that it's going to be better.
This is going to be a golden year. I'm not saying that. No. Don't you take the money to the bank or the check to the bank as a good bounce. All I'm saying is 2021 hopefully will be a better year than 2020. Haley Williams,
thumbs up. Although you're still going to make me gray, child. You're going to make me gray.
I've got plenty of gray, and I'm always willing to share. So,
So does Mike. I don't have any gray yet, but she's going to make me gray.
Why is she going to make you gray? Can you talk about it?
The child just keeps on doing stupid.
Haley, come on now.
Melissa or Macy, you're getting a bearded dragon? I've got 5 of them. I'm sure you already heard about them from us, but I got 5. Haley's got one of the babies from when we bred them.
That's cool. But yeah, she's getting a bearded dragon.
You liked my beardeds.
You noticed I didn't hold them. When you were there,
I get it.
You had them clung onto your chest there, and of course I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then of course she had baby T-Rex.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Haley. She told me the other tidbit of information as well. So you didn't do stupid.
Well, regardless, Haley, much love. You can have a lot of fun without being, stupid. Just don't do anything that's going to ruin your future, okay? Gemma's Journey Grace, hello.
And I'm going to fill you guys in too. We're not switching channels today. We're going to do 2 hours over here.
Yep.
I'm getting over a migraine. So if I'm a little bit dysfunctional, that's why. And instead of doing the back and forth, we're just going to stick right here. Give Gil some watch time because he's needing it. So can you share this out? Share this out, hit the like, all that fun stuff. Let's get some people in here. Hang out, have a good time. We got 2 whole hours to party, huh?
That reminds me, I have to do my due diligence and share. I didn't share yet. That is terrible of me. Hey, happy 5-year anniversary on YouTube. Gemma's Journey Grace. I know that YouTube years feel like dog years. So you it probably feels like 20.
Oh,
Dory.
Thumbs up.
Brother? And there's my buddy Tom Andrews. We'll give him another thumbs up and a high 5 just because he's that damn awesome.
I know, like he's lurking like always. He's lurking like always. Is he ever not lurking? He's always lurking.
He's always lurking. It's
You
cool.
just gotta say something funny enough to bring him out to make him laugh.
Southern Dixie Life. High five.
And
I didn't see you get the thumbs up
up.
because Sandy K. Hello, are we getting a raid?
Well, I don't see anyone saying raid, but I'm seeing some people in here that I have not seen in a while. That's amazing.
Well, it is good to see each and every one of you. And I know I gained a few subscribers from some of the shorts that I put out of my wonderful channel mascot, Sky.
Well, of course, channel mascot is gonna pull him in. Like, she's just cute and fuzzy.
She is. She's way more cuter than me. I've got to grow all sorts of facial hair to be somewhat even presentable.
Still in quarantine. So are you in quarantine because of a contact trace or because someone's showing symptoms, Morgan? I know it's Morgan, so I'm just gonna say Morgan.
It totally sucks. I hate the feeling. I feel like all of 2020 was quarantine for me. So yeah, I hear you.
He works from home anyway, but he's like, I didn't get to go to work. Nope.
Well, no. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, whenever you go, look, I hate masks. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I do not like masks. I understand the benefit of masks, but I don't like wearing masks. So whenever I go out, I know I have to wear masks. So I avoid going out whenever possible.
Yeah. And Morgan, prayers for your boyfriend, and hopefully you start getting on the mend and it's not that. You're still going to have some remnants of 2020 still here. We can't just throw it completely away. But
I hope you get better soon.
We're going to try to look at the positive.
Yeah, we're going to look at things glass half full as much as we possibly can. We can vent our frustrations. Sure, absolutely. We can talk amongst friends. That's what we're all here for. But gosh darn it, in the end, hopefully it'll work out for the better for all of us.
It's like my 2020 video on the diving channel. I said, we went through a lot, but there's always that silver lining even in a bad situation. There's something positive that occurred, something positive that happens every day. There's something, even if it's a small thing, that you can just kind of focus in on that. Focusing on that.
It's good to see you.
Thing does not seem so absolutely horrible. Focusing on that little bit of positive, even if it's just the tiniest sliver. And like I said, my biggest message, just be kind. We're all going through stuff right now. It doesn't matter who you are, how you are, poor you are. We're all going through stuff. So the biggest thing that I can say right now that anyone should have taken from 2020 is just be kind. Even just being there for someone to talk to, being a smile, being anything, like a shoulder to cry. It means so much more than anyone would ever realize.
Absolutely. I mean, truthfully, you never know what somebody's going through. I mean, they could have just lost someone, or you just never know. And on top of that, if you get a lot of negative stuff that's building on you and compounding on you, and you're feeling that sense of hopelessness and whatnot, do what I do and do what I've said to do in the past. Take a moment, take some time for yourself and just close your eyes or listen to some soothing music. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, let all that bad stuff slip away and start thinking about the good things you have in your life. Because I don't care who you are, there's at least one good thing in your life that will give you hope, that will get you through to the light at the end of that very long tunnel we've all been through.
And it's like I've said too, though, it's like it doesn't matter where you are financially or anything else. Even if you can't help someone financially, you can be there for them to talk to.
Absolutely.
You can be that kind word that they needed for the day, because a smile right now, you can't really see it through a mask. You can see it in the eyes. You can see a smile through the eyes. But you can still be that kind word that someone needs just to hear one uplifting thing for the day just to help brighten their day.
Carnage, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, exactly, Sandy K. You never know what somebody's going through unless you walked in their shoes. And if you have, of course, you can relate. Crystal, I bring my mask with me. I have it on me at all times.
Yeah. And gradually that mask is growing everywhere.
It's growing by the minute.
Junior A Cat, thumbs up.
High five. Junior Cat, I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, my friend. It is always good to see you.
Sorry for your friend's loss. For friend's wife. I'm sorry for your friend's loss.
Yep, definitely.
And yet, Endless, your baby is a year old almost. That is insane.
I know. I remember when she was pregnante and she was like ready to burst and she was talking about cravings and stuff. She would always talk about food. You remember that?
Yeah. And Gemma's Journey Grace, thank you.
Gemma, thank you for the 5 pounds. Much love to you, honey. Thumbs up and a high five.
Look who popped in. Desiree Fournier. Thumbs up, darling.
All right. She gets the high five, of course. She also gets the kiss. It is good to see you, Desiree. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Day. And I hope your family, I hope everything went smoothly for you during the holiday season. And I miss you. I love and miss you very much.
Yeah, like Sandy says, just saying hello to someone can make their day. And really it can. I passed by someone the other day and I just said, hello, how you doing? And they're like, you just see like they eventually they're like, can we talk now? I'm like, that's not what the intention was, but
people there are people out there like I think this COVID thing, I mean, obviously COVID has affected us in a very negative way, but I think there were some unexpected social implications of this too, like, social distancing and whatnot. People don't talk to people as much anymore as a result of that. They keep more to themselves or is more virtual, like on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But I don't think like if somebody is beside me, like I was at the Redemption Center a couple of weeks back, okay, bringing in my can, my bottles and stuff. And there were people waiting in line. And I'm like, you know what? I've been in line for 20 minutes and I haven't said hello to anybody. So I just started talking to people and you know what? Had some great conversations.
Yeah. And I haven't ate yet, Endless. I was going to make dinner before going live with Gil, but then I kind of fell asleep. So yeah, I haven't ate yet.
So it was either eat or sleep. I don't know.
Sleep seemed to be the better option.
Sleep was definitely the better option for you. Of course, getting something in your stomach might also help, keep that headache and migraine at bay.
Well, I ate a very late lunch, though. It's only about 6 o'clock now, and I ate at about 3 o'clock. I had like some Alfredo noodles for lunch. So I did eat a very late lunch, so I'm not really hungry yet.
All right, Carnage. Sounds good. Make sure you bring enough, bring some back for everybody to share.
You can't talk about going to eat dinner and not plan on sharing it with everyone.
Just eat Twinkies. That will help. I don't know. I haven't seen her eat a single Twinkie since the last competition we've had. That was really difficult on R5.
Egg drop soup. I loved that growing up. I haven't had it forever.
I haven't had egg drop soup in forever, but I do enjoy a good egg drop soup.
Yeah, Desiree, and I ended up buying for, I think it was, 2 seniors. I adopted 2 seniors for Christmas, for Christmas gifts. My kids wrote Christmas cards for one of the senior centers. That was like one of the projects I did for homeschool, but also just to try to lift spirits. And so I've done a couple little odds and ends like that. But yeah, that's I think the hardest thing for me to get through or not understand, but it's just hard for me to realize that it's a necessity for like the seniors to be locked in like they are, because I know what happens when they get locked in like that and they don't see their family. I used to work in a senior home, so I feel horrible for them and I feel horrible for the consequences that this is having on them.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. I mean, people are visiting people through windows. What I mean? Outside, and they can only look through the window and talk to them through a window pane, which, what I mean? I cannot wait. And I know I'm not alone. I cannot wait for the vaccines to get distributed and this virus to be finally put behind us. I mean, it won't be completely ever forgotten because it's always going to be there in some capacity, but as a human race, we're starting to overcome it, and I cannot wait for that day. I want to say hello to Flatbed Trucker, thumbs up and a high five, as well as John T. Cash and Scrapping Irish. It's good to see all of you guys tonight, and Happy New Year. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas, New Year's, whatever holidays that you celebrate. I hope it was a good one, and you had the warm and fuzzies like you should during the holiday season.
Well, for a change, Mike was off for New Year's Eve. He worked Christmas, but he was off for New Year's Eve, and he actually stayed up with the kids and I, and we said Happy New Year. Like, that's about as far as that goes. We didn't do much more, but hey,
that's
it was
awesome.
kind of neat that he was actually home, and the kids were excited. We let them stay up till midnight, and they rang in the New Year, and they were excited about that because, like, the kids too, they're like, 2020's gone. Yes, that's pretty much how they were. So
I tried.
2020.
I tried. I fell asleep around 10. I love pizza too, Purple Tube.
Old man can't hang.
Well, I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't want to stay up. You know what I mean? So I went to bed. I went to bed and went to sleep. I was sleeping by 11:15 exactly.
Yeah, we stayed up. I don't know if we could have actually slept considering fireworks were going nuts by us too.
Oh man, you had that going on nearby?
That's better than what NWI got to deal with. NWI said it sounded like a war zone because people by her decided that shooting guns off into the air was a smart idea.
Oh boy.
And the next day SWAT came out and they like surrounded a house and had a sniper and everything out because the guy got drunk, I guess, and as he shot his gun into the air, he started twirling, and as he twirled, it went lower and lower and lower, and 5 bullets went into the neighbor's house. No one got killed, but it shot right through the room that the neighbors were in.
That's idiocy on a whole new level.
All I can say is, what goes up must come down. A bullet shot into the air is still deadly. I had someone not that far long ago by us, a kid got killed by a bullet falling on his head from the sky. What goes up must come down.
I want to welcome Crab Catcher Dumpster Diver. It is good to see you, my friend. Thumbs up and a high five, and welcome. I don't. Karen, I believe you're new to the Gil Skillz live chat, so welcome, my friend.
Yeah, Crab Catcher is actually a fairly new dumpster diver. Her name's Karen, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, she's fairly new to my channel, I believe, as well. But it's great to see you. We do these live streams on Saturdays usually together. So Gil is a good friend of mine. He's a scrapper. This is his live channel. But feel free to hit that subscribe because we always have a good time over here.
Absolutely. I mean, feel free. I've got 2 channels, and of course, so does R5. And both links for R5 Adventures channels are down below. But yes, there's a gun club about half a mile from my house, but I always have noise canceling headsets, so I don't hear anything. I got some AirPods, whatever you want to call them, for your iPhone for Christmas, and I love those things. Oh my gosh, they're awesome.
I don't have anything to cancel out any of the noise. I just hear it. But yeah, that's I don't understand. Yeah, that's why people have to take a test to buy a gun in some places because people are idiots.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, really, if somebody's irresponsible like that, they shouldn't have a gun to begin with. I mean,
And sorry, we had a couple weeks off there. I think we had the first week was because it was Austin's birthday, and then like my anniversary fell in the mix, and then the holidays fell in the mix. We just had all kinds of stuff going on, so that's why we didn't go live. And hey, I couldn't go live on my anniversary with Gil. It just wouldn't have been right. We went out and enjoyed ourselves.
This is where people would dates on Saturday night. Lizzie Ann, hello. Great to see you. Thumbs up and a high five. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year. And I'm curious. I mean, I don't know. I've almost given up on New Year's resolutions because I almost never can make them or stick to them. in some way, shape, or form. But do either of you, any of you, have New Year's resolutions that you plan on sticking to your guns
I
with?
didn't make any resolutions. I made goals that are not necessarily for this year nor in any type of time frame, but I have goals I'm trying to achieve, such as paying off our debt. So
Hey,
there's
that's
no New
realistic.
Year's resolution, but I have goals.
That's very realistic.
More achievable.
I have goals as well. I've always had a goal of losing weight. Yeah, that's ongoing.
Well, I'm going back to meal prepping again, and that was definitely helping when I was doing the meal prepping. And it kind of, when this whole COVID thing started, I got lazy, I guess I should say, or I just, too many other things hit us at once of the kids were home all day and this and that. So I'm going back to the meal prepping and getting 4 to 5 days at a time pre-made off the smoker, so it's ready to go. Makes life easier, but it also kind of forces us to eat a little bit healthier because it's already prepped. It's there. I usually do the mixed vegetables I make up so that we can have that with the meals. So we actually have the sides and everything else. It works out really well when you have it meal prepped. When it's not meal prepped, it's like, I don't want to cook tonight. Let's just go out to eat.
Right. Either that or you just go for the processed stuff, and that's never any good. Desiree Fornia, that's probably the best New Year's resolution. It may not even be a resolution, but you know what? That's a great resolution for us all to try to uphold, is to cut out the negativity in our lives, both incoming and outgoing. It's so easy to lash out or be negative or snarky or rude or ignorant to someone, if you get bad customer service or, whatever, but you kill them with kindness. You never know.
Frugal Farmer Channel.
Farmer Channel. There you go.
Being frugal is amazing.
And Gemma, thank you so much for bringing a few people over, and you're more than welcome, Frugal. It is good to see you.
And I don't think I could ever get to a no bill standpoint. I had a friend add me into a Dave Ramsey group, and it baffled me. I'm like, okay, this whole idea of no bills is an amazing idea, but these people are like, I'm going to sell my boat and my motorcycle and my 4-wheeler and this, because anything I don't need needs to go so I can pay off my debt. And I'm like, so then what are you doing? Sitting in your house and working 60 hours a day? Like, what are you doing? And then these people are like, I work 4 jobs. I'm like, when do you have time to enjoy life? Like, that's, I don't know. Like the no bills thing, sounds great and all, but these people are like, 10 years into like 4 and 5 and 6 jobs. And I'm like, so 10 years now, you haven't enjoyed life at all.
And here's the I can understand. Give me just a second here, because I want to counter what you're saying. Terra Firma, welcome, my friend. Thumbs up and a high five. The thumb goes up. We don't know where, but it goes up. Okay, fair enough. There we go. You get the double thumbs up there. But what were we talking about? You just threw a squirrel at me.
And JR, those things made the bills, but not if you bought them outright. It didn't make the bills because it doesn't cost you anything more to keep it, really.
Oh, yeah. So essentially, there are people out there that are like, okay, well, I want to pay off my mortgage. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then burn their candle at both ends to try to get ahead and do that, and then kill themselves in the process. And what's the point of enjoying being debt-free if you're going to kill yourself in the process of doing it? Just be smart and pace yourself and don't overdo it.
We're working on paying off like the debt that we have, like the mortgage. I'm not counting that necessarily in as debt. Almost everyone has house payments, but no, life is precious. You don't know what's going to happen today, tomorrow, or the next day. To turn around and work 10, 15 years of your life where you are working 3 and 4 jobs just to pay off all your bills. Tomorrow you could not wake up. Now, what did you do with your life? Your life was work? Like, who wants that to be their life?
I can also understand from a monetary perspective. Like, for me, I make X amount of dollars, and I would say probably 90% of the money that I bring into the household goes toward monthly bills. And I usually never have any spending money for myself. So of course, you want to, it's like, geez, oh, I want to have more money. Should I go out and get another job? Well, in order to get that other job, to get more money, you're going to be spending more of your precious time working to get that extra money, which is less time for you to relax. It's just a catch-22 sometimes.
Well, here's another example. Mike only works the one job, but he has worked so much overtime this year where he's made roughly, I think it was 20 or 30, I think it's $30,000 he made in overtime. But once taxes took everything out, he brought home 7,000. So he's never home. We don't see him. He doesn't enjoy life at all because he's at work or sleeping, but he's got 7,000 to show for that. It's not worth it.
In the end, it's really, well, you have to ask yourself what you're doing it for. I know if you're doing it for your family, then okay. What is it really benefiting your family? Being without you all that time, while you're working all that OT.
Yeah.
And yes, it's great to have that extra money, and maybe it's great to have those extra few things, you know what I mean? And it's different if like it's a necessity, like I have to pay the oil bill or if I have to pay the insurance bill, but your time with your family is more precious than working to make the extra money to buy material things. There's plenty to do. We have imaginations for a reason, we can figure some shit out.
And yes, and cash only, like obviously there are people that buy their house in cash and stuff, and there are people, but most things like boats, four-wheelers, that stuff, if we have it, it's because we bought it in cash. We didn't turn around and get a payment on that.
I'm just going to leave that up for a little while because gosh darn it, if Tales of the Solstice didn't hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, just to turn around and get rid of everything that you had enjoyment in just to pay off your bills, I can't get behind that. I just can't. I can just flat out say, with my husband especially, he loves to fish. He made the decision to sell the boat because we needed to do some other stuff. But if I would have went to him and said, your boat's got to go because we need to pay this debt off, his mental health is worth more than that $2,000 we would have made from the boat.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly.
That's how I feel, at least. That's the way I look at it. The mental health is worth more than what a lot of those things are going to be worth reselling it. Even a four-wheeler, 90% of the time, you're going to get maybe $2,000-$3,000 for it, unless it's a brand new four-wheeler, which it probably isn't. So is it really worth the mental health aspect of you just lost something you really enjoyed going out on just to pay $2,000 towards something?
It's really, priorities. You constantly have to reassess your priorities in life. And whether or not you are adhering to those priorities, if your kids, loved one, your wife, whatever the case may be, you have to reassess all the time. Am I doing the right things? And sometimes working harder, working all the time, isn't necessarily the answer.
Yeah. And yeah, Desiree, you designate the 2 nights a week for the kids. And yeah, and I think a lot of people with this whole 2020 stuff, we kind of realized that we really had to, how much we were missing out on our families, on our kids, on everything. Even if we were stay-at-home moms, I realized, I'm like, man, I'm home with my kids, and yet I was missing out on so much because they were going off and doing their thing. I was doing my thing, and there was no one-on-one time spent. We pulled out the board games, we pulled out the Legos, and we just sat down and did stuff as a family, and it was amazing.
Right.
Scrapping together, thumbs up.
High five. And Bossy just showed up. I got to break out slap happy.
And slap it hard.
It is good to see you, Bossy. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's and you had a wonderful holiday season.
Happy New Year to my beautiful friend in the future.
I worry about a lot of my friends that work really, really hard. I mean, Desiree is a great example. Hopefully you don't mind me calling you out, Des. I mean, she is a single mom and she works her butt off to make sure that her kids have everything they need. And she's going to school. She's bettering herself. And when you're doing all of those things, it's hard to stop and smell the roses and enjoy the little things. You know what I mean? Like the smell of a flower, or the smile of a loved one, or a tender moment between yourself and your kids, or a partner. So just make sure that you're striking that balance. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're going to get burnt out. And the negative will consume you.
Yeah, the only reason I brought that up, I think it was just brought in somewhere, and there's something.
It was a great subject. It was a great topic. I'm glad you did.
It's something that I followed this group, and I read the posts, and I'm like, I get the concept, but I can't get behind it 100% because I don't know. I'll live more frugal in a sense to save that money, I think. Dumpsters will provide.
Right. The lesson in life too is to work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's other ways that you can go about it that would spend less time and maximize the money that you're making. There's that option too. But for a while, I repaired cell phones and tablets and PCs to make a little extra money. It didn't take a whole lot of time, and I made a decent amount of money doing it.
I do once or twice a week. I go out and do the mobile dog nails, and that helps immensely.
Absolutely. But it is gratifying, and that you enjoy doing. And sometimes work is a nice break from the monotony of being home. You know what I mean? Let's flip the coin for a second and talk about that. Because you get to go out and you get to break the monotony, and you get a bit of a break from your family, and absence. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. In a lot of cases.
Some days I need that absence, otherwise the fondness is gone.
Yeah.
Although I'm the rare one. Everyone's like, your husband's off for 2 weeks on vacation. Good luck with that. I'm like, no, we get along fine. 2 weeks for vacation means I will actually see him for a week of that because he'll finally be awake. I'm the rare one.
Well, this year I'm very much looking forward to it, because if you're still coming up here, I'm very much looking forward to that.
That is still the plan.
Coming out your way. So
the plan is still.
We're going to have all sorts of collab fun.
See, now I got to figure out another thing. I got another awesome person that's coming to visit, hopefully this summer, that's planning a visit.
Really?
Frugal family. Julie.
Really?
Is coming to visit.
That is awesome.
So
that is awesome.
I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Are you going to align everything so that we're all there at the same time, or how's that going to work?
I just need to figure out what everyone's plans are, because I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I'm not going to be gone when she's planning on coming out, and vice versa.
See, I know June is it's going to be probably toward the end of June for me.
Yeah.
Because my son is graduating high school this year. And I will not be missing that for the world. But after that, I'm out of here.
Just go split some logs. Hey, yeah, you know what? I go out and ride the horse when I get annoyed. Like the horse, poor horse gets to deal with me when I'm in my annoyed modes. It calms me.
You know what I do? I go out in the garage and I'll scrap. I'll micro scrap, or I'll make a video, or I'll strip wire. I believe it or not, that is extremely therapeutic for me.
No, I gotta figure that all out. But I know I gotta look at Mike's schedule and see what his vacation schedule is, because I know he can take off the day when you come out as long as we know in advance. But I need to see if we can either align if we can align your visit around some of his vacation days, and also try and align when we're coming out by you when he's on vacation. So I need to figure out what the vacation is for him, because he's got like 3 weeks this summer. I think he took off, but I don't know if it was all summer.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just my schedule is pretty fluid right now. I haven't made any concrete plans. I haven't taken any specific time off yet, so we can work on that.
Tales of the Solstice. Well, that sounds like a new way of doing it.
Oh, now is that therapeutic for you, Tales of the Solstice? Is that what's going on there? Split logs. Is that a euphemism? If it is, I can think of a much better euphemism. Terra firma.
say, I wish I could say Bossy was going to be visiting this summer, but I know with the Australia's like traveling laws and stuff, she probably won't even be able to if she wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice if they opened up the border to Canada, for crying out loud.
Well, yeah, you're like right there. You know,
I mean,
Andrew
I'm
Fisher
about
was
6
also gonna
hours
visit us last
from
summer.
some really good poutine.
We want to go to Canada at some point.
Well, how long are you spending over here?
I don't know, probably a week. I don't know.
We could head on over to Nova Scotia.
Britt Marie, thumbs up, darling.
High five. It is good to see you, Britt Marie. How's life treating you? I hope you had a great holiday season.
So I thought of you today because I was dumpster diving. Go figure. And I
Thought
found
of Britt or me?
a Brit, and
Okay.
I found a turtle filter. And I went, Brittany needed a turtle filter.
Who doesn't need a good turtle filter, right?
Well, she inherited 2 turtles that were in pretty deplorable conditions, and she's taking care of them.
That's
My dog
cool.
is literally right outside the window with the new toy I found in the dumpster. One of the only toys that he has not destroyed. It's a stuffed animal that's got a squeaky ball in the middle, and he's just standing outside the window going, and that's all I hear. That's all I hear.
This guy does the same thing. I'll hear her playing with one of her toys in there, and I'll hear squeaky.
All I hear.
Bradley Whitworth, hello. Thumbs up and a high five. Great to see ya. I used to have turtles. I let them go in my pond.
It's her job to stack. So you go out there and you're like, I'll split the logs as I'm annoyed, and then she gets to work.
Are we talking about logs, or are we talking about the deck?
Our cat said if the mother-in-law gets on his nerves, they just go out and split some logs.
Right.
And then he just said it's her job to stack, so it gives her something to do to get rid of energy. So
if that works, I mean, therapeutic exercise is therapeutic, right? I mean, who likes to exercise? But hey, it is therapeutic.
It releases some endorphins that tells you to calm the heck down. Oh.
Yeah, so does eating the world's hottest chocolate.
Yeah, I got to do that again.
No, you don't. You want to do it again, but you don't have to.
I don't want to do it again, but I have to do it again. Have to, want to, both, don't know. Okay, give me 1 second. I got
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to speak a truth before you. I'm not sure what she's doing.
I can hear you still.
What on earth are you doing?
Running away.
I'll speak a truth while she's whatever. I'm not sure if she's going to flash us or what. But anyway.
I never flashed you.
The all those spicy challenges that we did, especially the more recent one. Hey, Twinkies! Squirrel.
These are different.
It destroyed my esophagus. And now I have to take acid reducers every single day. Otherwise, I get heartburn, like all the time.
I got to redo that. So this is a new variety. New
mixed
berry.
Mixed berry.
I have
really?
not tried them. Yes, I have
You've not tried it yet? Well, what better of a YouTube channel to try a new Twinkie on than Gil Skillz Live?
Do I even taste them when I try them?
Yes. Do not one bite them. You need to taste them and give us the blow by blow.
Do not what?
Taste it and get. No, I said no one bite, damn it. How can you taste anything when you do that? I wanted to know. I wanted you to swish around the flavor a bit.
I tasted it. It kind of tastes like mixed berry cream cheese in there.
Cream cheese?
Kind of. It's not bad, but I don't know that it's the best.
Okay. Ouch, my mom has holes in her esophagus. She is on like 14 different meds for it. Yeah, I thought that I was at this point. I thought I was actually had a ulcer. Like my esophagus was all torn up, and I thought that I had an ulcer. I didn't go to the doctors for it, but I started taking antacids, and it definitely helped. Acid reducers. Damn it! You should. Well, okay, all right. I've yet to see you do 2 at once. Do you have any more?
I do, but you're not going to get that pleasure.
Taste, don't bite, blow. Yes, so far those are the key words of 2021 Terra Firma. Thank you so much for bringing that up.
We got our hashtag for 2021. Taste, don't bite, blow. There we go. So, I'm not so sure I'm a huge fan of the taste, but it's not horrible.
Twinkie, anything other than the original flavor of a Twinkie to me is novel at best.
I don't know that that one would get that greasy taste going on that happened with that massive box. Like maybe that would be a plus. Because I taste
you want to try the Twinkie challenge with the berry ones? You want to do some Twinkie and berry challenge?
I've only found them once, and that was in the dumpster. That was in the Big Lots dumpster.
That's cool.
At first, I thought it was the strawberry ones. I was like, yes! And then I looked, I'm like, mixed berry. So I put a package to the side with the intentions of eating it tonight.
Well, that is very thoughtful of you.
So there you go. I finally ate Twinkies since that the Twinkie challenge.
I am compiling
more Twinkie challenges. Fine, sign me up. I don't know why I just said
yes, more Twinkie challenges. Yeah, Tom chimes in.
I
ended up getting a bunch of labels, and I'm compiling a list of people that would like one. So far, I've got 3. So if you want a label for Gil Skillz, reach out to me via my email, prime+4@gmail.com, which is on my original channel. I'll do my best to get you one out. I got to get a book of stamps so I can send some of these puppies out.
Now you know why they're just, things end up in the dumpster all the time. They're not bad. They really aren't bad. They're different.
Oh, no. I've seen challenges, Terra Firma. Like, I've seen the LA Beast use like nasal palm and Twinkies, which is like the world's like most potent horseradish sauce. I've seen Reapers. I've seen the Hot Dang Show, and I've seen Everything Spicy. Eat them with Reapers. I'm like, no. There are some things in this world you should not taint with something else.
I'm pretty sure that man on Hot Dang Show, that Roger, has no taste buds left.
I have to agree to some respects because, I mean, anybody that does so many of the things that they do, the chili heads like that, I just...
Did you see?
I'm super sensitive, but just doing it that little bit of time that you and I did spicy challenges. The thing is, I was joking.
I've got to get that hot chocolate done. But did you see with Hot Dang Show when his wife tried the Reaper for the first time?
No. Was this recent?
It was right around the time we did the MOB. And I was laughing. I was laughing because he's over there like, you're doing great, honey. You're doing great. Oh, it's not that bad, honey. It's not that bad. And I'm like, she ate a flippin' Reaper. It's that bad.
She's probably, she probably looked possessed like I did. I mean, I was beside myself when I had Reaper or the world's hottest chocolate or any of that stuff.
I'm like, yeah, she ate a Reaper. It's that bad. Reapers are horrible, man. Those things attack you. Those fresh pods. Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. They go right for the endorphins.
I'll go with the ass chocolate before the fresh pods.
No, never again. I had a bunch of leftovers. I eventually threw them away.
Yeah, you almost had enough to make a whole bar, and you could have just sent them this way, and I wouldn't have had to buy them again.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been complete challenges, and that would not satisfy your ego.
I know.
I know. So that's why I didn't do it.
It did. It sounded like she was in labor, and that's what you men are like. It's not that bad, honey. Yeah, my whole insides are coming out. It's that bad. Is that made with
donkey milk? You do not want to know.
I don't know what.
Well, actually, eat the world's hottest chocolate. Then you'll know. I don't know. Is there an ingredients? Is there? I think it's what is it? It's
99% extracts. The rest of
it's extract with a little bit of color added to make it look like chocolate.
They put like a 0.1% chocolate in there, so you don't taste any chocolate. Extracts are nasty. They're nasty.
Oh, they are bad. Yeah.
I did that. What was it? What was that one? Where's Andy K? Where's our devil at anyway? I haven't seen him.
I don't know where Andy K is. I know that people take breaks from YouTube every once in a while, to avoid drama and whatnot. Maybe he's just on a sabbatical.
He sent me something else, like some extract that was. Ugh.
Because they make it look like chocolate, and let's be honest, you really don't taste the chocolate. You might taste it and the stank for about a fraction of a second, and then your mouth goes numb if you don't pass out.
Oh no, you still taste it. The dumb arses buy it because we see chocolate. We're like, yes, chocolate.
With caramel milk, it's supposed to be crazy expensive, but it sounds weird. I'm cow milk. Cynthia, diving with purpose. Much love to you, hon. Thumbs up, high five. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year's Day.
Happy New Year. No, that's literally what it is. They call it chocolate just so the dumb arses go buy it because, like, what woman can resist chocolate? We see chocolate, we're like, yeah, it's chocolate. We don't read what's in it. And then we put it in our mouth and we're like, hey, chocolate.
So let me ask you guys a question. Because, I see a lot of chili heads online. I see them on YouTube and whatnot. The ratio seems to be more men than females. Is it more of a macho type of thing to try to scratch these things off the bucket list? What are your thoughts with that?
It could be because, like, Sherry McMillian, like, she, like, rocked it on that, the Satan's toe. And, like, she was rocking the hot stuff. And then now, like, I hear her talking more and more where she's kind of like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. And it sounds almost like either it's taking its toll on her stomach or something, or she never truly enjoyed it and she just did it to hang. And now it's like, I'm done.
Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I've been working on both of them.
Well, that's no good, aviation. That's no good.
We got from day for holidays last night. Got broken into. Oh my gosh, the daycare got broken into. That sucks.
But yeah, your beard is going very full there.
Yeah, I'm going full on, like, Grizzly Adams here.
It's starting to look like you're trying to match up with God dang, why can't I think of his name? Shawty.
NBA. Who?
Yeah, there we go. NBA. I'm like, Shawty? That's how he talks. Shawty? I couldn't think of his name for the life of me. I'm like, NBA.
Nobody can reach the majesty level of beardness that NBA has. So no, I know. I'm just trying to be the best beard grower I can and have the best beard I possibly can.
But no, yeah, I am going to be doing the world's hottest chocolate again. I have to conquer it. It drives me nuts I didn't conquer it. I have to conquer it. Now the Mobe, I don't know that I'll ever try to conquer that one again, because it wasn't the heat that got me on that one. It wasn't the heat that got me on that one. It was the pure volume of that one. It was just too much. I never thought I would say there was too much caramel in something, but it was just too much. Music Maniac comes up.
High five, Metal Music Maniacs. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can agree with that. Unless it's the twirly mustache.
I'm not going to attempt that. I have a feeling my husband would not be very flattered.
Does my wife like the beard? She's very impartial with a lot of things. She's good with it. My daughter is good with it. I just worry that because someday this part here is going to disappear and it's just going to be this again. I'm just worried that once I do that, she's going to have a fit.
Well, as long as you keep this hair, you should be fine.
Oh yeah, this is, I don't know. This is a staple. I don't think this is ever really going to go away, unless I can't grow it anymore.
The funny thing is the fact that you said your wife's impartial. She could really not, doesn't really care, but your daughter's okay with it. Not a great gamer.
It is good to see you, buddy. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's. And I hope you had a wonderful
bumped into a girl, but the hills I climbed are all seasons out of time. You're very poetic when you want to be.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. It's beef. Well, yes, sausage. The sausage is made with beef. I'm assuming whatever is done to be any obviously knows all murders.
Yeah.
I hope they catch it. Have they caught whoever it is, or are they still what's going on there? If you grow long enough, you can be Gandalf. Well, yes. I got to get to the point where I'm at Gandalf the Gray, and then eventually it will be down to my groin area, and then I will consider myself Gandalf the White, which is an upgrade. You know, Gandalf the White is more powerful than Gandalf the Gray. I don't know if you knew that. I bet Terra Firma did.
I didn't.
The nice thing is someday when it's down to that point, I can at least cover myself up if I ever decide to streak somewhere. You know what I mean?
I've got hair covering me. Indeed. They're on the loose.
They're on the loose. Never heard of them. A deep sleeper. All I know is, well, I hope they catch whoever it was, because that's scary to think, that's going on when you're sleeping.
Hopefully there's cameras that caught like a picture of who it is, and they can find them.
Gandalf the Tartan. I don't know if Gandalf the Tartan will ever be here. At least when you go skinny dipping, you'll be covered down. Exactly. I can cover myself up. I bring my own towel. It's attached. Butt hair has to be growing. Oh my Lord! Diving with purpose, Cynthia with a zinger and a home run at that. Holy guacamole!
I didn't need to have in my mind.
I don't even know what to say. I didn't expect her to say that.
A client of mine, mind you, I've had for like 6 years. This client as one of my clients. He posts the other day on YouTube or on Facebook. It was bad enough when I got the gray hairs. Then it went down to my eyebrows. Did it really have to go down to the nether regions? And I'm like, oh, an image I did not need of you. And I'm like, that's just wrong. And he's like, sorry. I'm like, no, sorry doesn't cut it at this point. I have a picture in my mind now. I did not ever.
Unfortunately, the older you get, the carpets do tend to match the drapes, and that's unfortunate. Unless you decide to, dye certain areas of your body.
Like I said, this is a client of mine, and when I read that, I went, that is something I didn't need to picture.
That's a color card. No. If it's a color card, it's an Uno draw 4.
He got a kick out of my reaction, though. Yeah, I get it.
I agree.
No worries. No, he's saying sorry for his language, and I'm saying no worries.
Yeah, don't worry at all. It's all good.
The language is not as colorful as I can get at times. So I got a comment the other day on my driving channel. I rewatched the video because I'm like, did I say something in that video? Because I really do try to watch my language on the channel.
You have a comment on one of your videos?
Say anything. Well, I didn't say anything. I'm like, there was no foul language whatsoever. But I got literally a comment saying, watch your language, or be careful, or watch your language is basically what it said. And I'm like, what did I say? 50 Shades.
You know what? You just need to pull a rock and say, it doesn't matter what I said.
Yeah, I was told to watch my language. I'm the one where I said they threw away cases from Dollar General, and I rewatched it. I'm like, I can't even say any swear words in there. Like every once in a while, I will slip up and say hell or shit. Well, usually that's when I'm like falling or doing the splits in the dumpster, and I'm like, okay, what the hell? But I didn't say it this time. Kevin McGrath, thumbs up.
High five. It is good to see you, Kevin. How's life treating you? Hope you had a great holiday season and a happy new year, my friend. This my channel, and I know Crystal's channel, there's almost disclaimers that we're going to say what we want to say when we say it. You know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. We try to keep it as clean as possible. Sometimes we go down some suggested paths. Sometimes it's not suggestive, it's blatantly obvious.
Just remember to fucking not swear. R5.
The point is right. Just never. Exactly, Tara. Exactly. Just remember not to fucking swear, okay?
Yeah,
Shit. Damn it.
Play it as safe as you can, aviation fan, but he can't live in fear either. Like, it was probably a targeted thing. As sad as it is to say, it was probably targeted. They probably knew they were on holiday, like you said. It was targeted. It was probably someone that knew them.
And I mean, obviously, this is, an experience like that's going to make you more alert. So if you see any suspicious activity, just reach out to your local authorities and have them come and check it out. You know what I mean? But
no, I in R5 Adventures, I just let it, whatever is said is said. I'm not so worried over there. Now on the diving channel, I try to monitor my language over there just because I know the community over there is a little bit more straight and arrow.
Tales of the Solstice, have you been to all of our live streams? You say PG-13. I think you're forgetting a few ratings.
I think you forgot the R rating.
X and stuff.
We've gone into Z a few times, I think.
And then there's a holy shit rating, which I think we've hit that a couple of times and a few Hail Marys.
And the funny thing is when I feel good, we didn't even go to any of those R ratings.
That's right, Purple Tube, exactly. If people don't like the language, I mean, obviously they can leave. But yeah, it is what it is.
Holy shit is the best rating, Gil Skillz.
Holy shit is the best rating. Exactly. I don't know if it's the best rating. I'm sure there are better ratings than that.
One. Cynthia knows that one well. She's like, oh, we've gone south.
Exactly. Well, we call it Kool-Aid bombs here, like Kool-Aid grenades and bombs and, things like that.
Yeah. especially my late night chat, we go south a lot. We just do. Awesome epic adventure.
Aviation fan,
What's up?
please do not
What's up?
worry. This is a safe place to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and that is perfectly fine. You're in a safe place to talk about that here.
I'm
awesome
sure.
Epic adventure.
I know your dog is your baby, but most people that are going into houses aren't going to mess with the dog. So I don't think you have to worry too much about the dog. But just, as Gil said, you see something suspicious, call about it. I'm sure this was a targeted thing, though.
Kool-Aid with rum. Yeah, Long Island iced tea. But yes.
I had this, and I had this, and I had this, and I had this. Wasn't that a full bottle when you started?
And then she felt good. But yes.
I feel good.
She did. We've got to have another stream like that soon. You know, we missed our opportunity. We should have done that during New Year's Eve if we had the time.
Yeah. We'll do another one soon.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll just have to have a live episode when you're visiting. We're visiting, something like that.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. Seriously. Although I would worry about being hungover for day or days afterward.
I wasn't hungover at all after that.
You're always welcome to do so, Aviation fan. And everybody that comes into this chat knows that they can speak their mind as long as they're respectful and they're not attacking anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So you're good. Yeah.
Just leave all my other friends alone when you decide to speak your mind. Some of those other friends are my other personalities, so...
Your friends are my friends, and Slappy's friends are your friends, and the more we get together, the happier we'll be.
Oh, we're going to have an I Feel Good stream again. I still say Gil needs to rename that stream to I Feel Good, because almost everyone knows it as that. So
I should find it and rename it. You're absolutely correct. I should find it and rename it. Yes, Diving with Purpose. There's a lot of people here, and a lot of people lurk, and I don't mind lurkers. You know, I'm glad that people come in and they just listen and watch, and that's fine.
Yeah, you can't drink to the point where you get sick. I got close to it that night.
Oh man,
I think if I would have drank another drink, I would have probably gotten sick.
That night you were tits up. Name any saying you want, but you were verschnickered for sure.
Okay, see, but I remember, and I still remembered I wanted Bossy to call me, and I still was like, Bossy, just call me. I'm so drunk right now. I'm not going to last that long. I'll fall asleep within 10 minutes. You won't have to
I remember you reaching out saying you're on the stairs, and you felt good. And that's all I remember. It's like,
I'm on the stairs.
I'm upstairs.
Good. I think I laid on the stairs for a little bit, like on an upward diagonal. It wasn't very comfortable now that I think about it, but I was so down and out, it was okay.
Well, you probably got a good restful sleep once you entered yourself into a coma.
Oh no, I woke up at about 1 a.m. to use the bathroom, and I was still pretty trashed then. And I hopped into...
You probably pissed ethanol. Let's be honest.
I hopped into Mama Sota's stream, and I'm like, hey, everyone. And they're like, hey, come on panel. Or if I'm like, you don't want me on panel.
As long as you don't get too drunk and start show stuff, you're good. Well, it depends on what channel we're on. If we're on her channel, I don't care. Channels you're not allowed.
No.
Well, no, that's if you feel like showing off.
Nothing's being shown.
I will definitely not subject my viewers to that level of torment and torture.
We need to get another Wii episode, so we need to get him to the point where he just does Wii again, because that was hilarious.
Well, I don't know. Lately, I haven't been up. I haven't been at that level. You know, Wii is like you're high on life. You're high on life. You're having a great time, and you're like, I'm there, baby. I'm there. I'm taking my shirt off and going, wee. So, yeah, we got to get to that point again.
We need that again. That was the funniest thing in the world. That was like the talk of the town for like 3 weeks. I couldn't go into a chat without anyone going, wee! And same thing for you. It was just the talk of the town.
Fuller than Bishop's ball bag.
That was fun times. I'll say that much. That was fun times.
We've had some fond memories doing these live streams, and I'm hoping that we continue to do so. We need to continue to do so. I think we need to be in 2023 for another Wii to happen. No, not necessarily. It could happen this year. You never know. I think depending on how much one drinks, I do have quite a bit of alcohol stocked up because I have 5.5 bottles of Captain Morgan. I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I don't have much here. I actually need to go buy some stuff. I drank it all.
You're fine. I don't know, Gil. 2020 needs to be pretty far away. I agree. We need to social distance from 2020. But I want to look ahead, man. I'm so tired of all that negative BS that was going on last year. We're glass half full in it. We're coming out of that tunnel. We see the light at the end of that tunnel. Damn it.
Yeah,
that's right.
I agree.
That's right. You know what? You're absolutely correct. Fuck 2020.
So, did you see Andrew Fishman went out fishing, and I guess like 13 months or 21 months ago, something like that, he lost one of his fishing poles in the water, his rod and reel, and 21 months later he pulls up his fishing rod and reel out of the water.
Okay, this is good. I'm just gonna put this up here for a moment. I'll let you read it. Zing.
Ding ding.
I agree, Endless Vlogs. 2021 is bound to be a better year. I want to hope so. You got to have that hope, man. You got to have that hope, and that's what I'm hoping. You
got to have that hope. You've got to have the realization that there's a high likelihood we're still going to deal with some bull crap.
Oh, yeah.
We're not screwed either way. Take it in stride. We got through this year. We'll get through it.
Well, at this point, I don't think any one of us have high expectations, but anything better than 2020 is an improvement. So hopefully 2021 will be an improvement.
Yeah, we'll get through it. We're gonna deal with crap. It's just something we need to realize.
I love your avatar too, by the way, Purple Tube. I love that avatar. Isn't that cool?
10 boxes of party. Yes. 10 boxes of party supplies. I keep finding napkins, and I don't even use those little napkins. So then I have to find an outlet to get rid of them.
I got to catch up on your videos.
I post one every single day. It's hard to stay caught up.
I know. I get sidetracked and I'm like, damn, she's posted like 30 videos. What am I'm going to have to spend like 2 days straight and binge watch.
And then I go live for 2 hours and he rewatches that.
I do. I try to rewatch all your live streams.
That was a good live stream on the diving channel the other day that I had.
I think so. Yeah.
It was a good stream. And we even got Cynthia to join in.
They are rolling out the vaccines, but they're not really rolling them out that quickly. I know the older folks, people that have autoimmune issues, essential workers, people like that are high on the priority list. Melissa is actually getting her first shot on the 6th. So she's going to be getting the vaccine shot then.
Cynthia
even put on a shirt. What?
Well, I said, "Do you want to come up?" Cynthia, and she goes, "Let me go get dressed first."
You mean to tell me this entire time you haven't had a shirt on, Cynthia?
No, in my stream the other day. Terra Firmer's got the first video going up of 2021 tomorrow. Awesome.
Sweet.
I need to do a napkin giveaway. So do I. I've got a stack just recently that I found of all the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween stack. It's like all holidays.
I will continue to wear a mask when get a shot. I don't get the flu shot and never get the flu. Oh, so what you're saying is you're not going to get the vaccine? You're going to continue to wear a mask? You'd rather do that than get the shot? I'm worried. I'm kind of worried about getting the shot because, I mean, there's reports that with people with allergies, they have bad reactions to some of these vaccines. And I have a nut allergy, so I'm worried if I get it, if I'm going to go into an anaphylactic shock.
My mind went to the gutter, sorry.
What? Rewind a little bit here. Why?
I have a nut allergy. You have an allergy to nutting?
I have an allergy to nuts.
You didn't catch it.
Yes, I did. I did. You caught it right upside the face. Happy nuts.
No.
She is, Cynthia. She is. Of course, it's our fault. You know, we have all this pent up going live energy to disperse.
It's our fault because we have like these inside jokes at this point that like you hear it and we're like, and everyone else is like, huh?
Panic attack phobic of needles, so I'm not planning to take the vaccine either, not unless I can't get out of it. Thankfully they're not making it like a mandatory thing, at least not right now here in the States. Who knows what's going to happen once Biden takes office? He seems to place that on a very high pedestal as far as people getting the vaccines. We shall see. There's some interesting stuff happening in the Congress right now in terms of like, you know, the electoral votes and the stimulus checks and all that fun stuff. I've been keeping a close eye on that. Mitch McConnell is not on everybody's Christmas list. Let's just say that.
A lot of them are not on everybody's Christmas list.
Well, not, you know, they all dangled the carrot in front of our faces for 8 or 9 months now. And
Pelosi's not on the Christmas list either.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened to Nancy Pelosi?
I try not to stay in the loop at this point.
Apparently, someone sent something to her house. It was I think it was a sheep head or something like that. I don't know. It was bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you in the chat that might actually know what happened, I caught glimpses and highlights of what had happened there, but yeah. Excuse me. Somebody's trying to send a message.
Because I got a howling husky that's going to make me go nuts.
Go for it. Go for it. Live, and you could. Let's see. All right. I'm catching up here. Give me just a second here, guys. Last time I got the damn flu vaccine, I got bronchitis for 3 months. Holy crap. And got it again the next year without even getting the shot, so I'm reasonably concerned. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of vaccines, but I'm torn this time around. You know what I'm saying? And for all I know, who the heck knows? I might have even had COVID, and I have the antibodies. Excuse me. Jeez, I know somebody in the field that got the vaccine. They say that people with allergies will have a reaction, and they do have a bad reaction, but they are some people with allergies. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm torn. I want to get it. And I guess there are some vaccines that have this reaction, but others don't. So I suppose I would need to do more research and determine, I mean, what is in the area in terms of the specific vaccine, because there's a couple of them floating around now. Why? That was great. On another note, exactly. Yeah, let's change the subject. Did you hear what happened? Yeah, aviation. I know. I know. Everybody's so frustrated and fed up with Congress and the majority leaders and all that stuff. It is. It is Tales of Solstice. It is. It's very childish. But then again, so are the tactics and the ploys that these politicians do. You know, they play chess with the American people. You know, the American people are the workhorses of the country, and they're not taking, they're not, it's like a cover of a book, you know what I mean? Oh yes, we're all about helping the American people, for the people, by the people, and all that stuff, but it's just the cover of the book. You open the book and it's their diary about how they're out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I view politicians.
NWI Diver. Hi, darling.
Hello, Sue Ann. It is good to see you, hon.
The dragons woke up from their winter slumber, and she was begging to come out.
Oh, is that what's on your shirt there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you, Endless. I hear you. I definitely will be listening to my doctor, especially, you know, with that, because I know when I have an allergic reaction to nuts, and you know, sexual jokes aside, it's very difficult. I break out in hives. It's a very unpleasant experience, and I don't feel right for days afterward.
This is spiky. Very fitting, right?
Terra firma, it is crazy, especially when some of the other countries in the world are paying like monthly, you know, they're shelling out like $2,000, $2,200 a month for some of their people over there. And the American people, the Congress can't even come together to dish out a stimulus package for the American people.
It died after you got it from the breeder. This girl's getting kind of older. She's hitting her old age phase.
Gil, what did you cook for the new year? I didn't cook anything really. We had some leftovers. My mother made venison lasagna for Christmas, and she gave venison lasagnas, like tubs of venison lasagnas, as gifts to like me and my sister and whatnot. So we've been kind of nibbling on that, and that's what we had on New Year's. You make an endless vlogs one another bearded dragon.
I love my girl.
The president had it, and he didn't die. Just like the flu kills some, but not everyone. It depends on other issues. Someone has like asthma or other health issues. Right. I mean, there's always pre-existing conditions and whatnot, but
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here though, and say the bigger aspect of what matters is what strain you get. There are multiple strains of COVID, and there's one strain that attacks all organs. And I've known a couple now that were very healthy individuals with no underlying conditions that ended up in the hospital practically dead, like they barely made it through, and they now have issues with organs that never had issues before because of it. So it depends on what strain you get is a huge thing with COVID.
Tales of the Solstice, that's not necessarily true. They have passed the bill to give people $600, you know, per person and per child. That has passed, and people that fall within that certain, you know, yearly income will get it. But the Congress that's going out, they've blocked it 4 times. Mitch McConnell has blocked the proposal to up it to $2,000 in the Senate. Passed in the House. He blocked it 4 times in the Senate. Just him. With the new Congress, with the new congressional team coming in, they're going to start debating that this coming week. And they may very well pass it or put a revision in place so that we do get the $1,400 difference per person. So I wouldn't count it out just yet. It's not dead. It's dead with the current Congress because there's people that are leaving. There are people that are coming in, and they're going to have to deal with that this week.
Yes, the flu does have other strains. I'm just saying, like, the strain that you get is definitely a big playing factor in it as well. It's not necessarily saying, oh, you're healthy, you'll be fine, because if you get certain strains of it, healthy doesn't matter.
Just wash your hands and socially distance and keep your mask on and try not to touchy too much. And we're going to be germaphobes for the next several years. This COVID thing has shaken us to the core.
Us dumpster divers were never germaphobes, and we still aren't.
Well, yeah, that is technically true, isn't it? That is true. But yes, well, I would imagine that you would have a bunch of, what do you call that stuff? Hand sanitizer with you?
I've got hand sanitizer I found in the dumpster.
And gloves. I love it. As long as it works. Right?
Yeah, I got a full case of Bath and Body Works spray hand sanitizer. I kept some that I've got in my car. The rest of it has actually been given out to people that Mike works with at the jail because they had crappy hand sanitizer, so he brought it in. And it's funny, it's lemon and sunshines is what it's called, the scent. And he had the last one that he had brought in, which there's still more in the house that we had to bring.
We lick dumpsters for initiation. Is that like a hazing tactic? You lick that part with the dumpster.
It's now
right
mine.
There. You're in. You're a part of the group.
But like he said that he's like, I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it just makes you happy. I'm like, well, can you use it a little more often then? Because I like that idea.
Yeah, no, I Purple Tube, we're definitely getting the $600 per person. That's already been signed into law. The question or the statement is that it was supposed to be the last stimulus that we get. It was probably, for 2020, yeah, because Congress couldn't come to some consensus as far as revising it. And Mitch McConnell bundled 3 different packages together to create a poison pill that Congress couldn't pass. But they're still going to work on trying to get us additional stimulus. So I wouldn't hold your breath, but I wouldn't count it out just yet either.
Well, I ain't afraid of your germs, NW. I licked it too. Buy sausage. Have a wonderful day. A wonderful new year.
Oh, yeah. Terra Firma, listen, I completely agree. I mean, we could be wiped out with some sort of, you know what I mean? A comet could come and introduce some sort of, if the comet doesn't kill us, some sort of microbial whatever that's attached to it could kill us. You just never know.
You can become
never know. Need to go. Have a wondrous egg, you guys. Eggs of love. Not a great gamer. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, brother. Seriously. It's always good to see you. And give our best to you and yours. Me too, not on purpose. Just so you know, excuse me, R5, when we get together and we do our collab, with like Sue Ann and whatnot, I am not licking a freaking dumpster.
I've had it happen, NW. I actually have. I won't lie. I've had it happen. Yeah. At this point, I think us dumpster divers have the strongest immunity there is.
get the stand. Come on, Gil. No. See, I'm already a part of the group. I've been a dumpster diver for years and years and years.
It tastes like metal and shit. So I went out today. I get inside the PetSmart dumpster. This is when I had a dawling moment, and I'm like, I'm going out. And I'm like, this looks like it could be like clothes or something in this bag, or toys. Like, it was all bright colors, like pinks and purples. And I'm like, we're going to rip that bag open. I don't rip bags open at the pet store for a reason, guys, for a reason. I ripped the bag open and I go, oh, it was the shit bag. It was where all the poopies had been put. I'm like, yeah, she's laughing her ass off right now. Gaffa Haynes, thumbs up.
High five. Gaffa, how you doing, buddy?
So, yeah, the pretty colorful bag was the shit bag.
You got to steer away from the shit bag.
And
because the shit bag will start a flurry of shit euphemisms that we want to steer clear of.
Oh, this one wasn't cat shit. And then the bag got hooked up on my foot when I went to get out, and I brought it out with me. Yeah. I said, this is the 2020 of a dumpster dive right here.
Goff, I hope you had a wonderful holiday, buddy. Hope you and your family had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year, my friend.
Yeah, I always tell those the Fido bags. I find Fido. The groomer bags full of dog hair. I found Fido.
You know, I bet you guys, I mean, it's nice to find those gems, you know, when you guys go out and whatnot, but I bet you find some pretty gnarly stuff too.
I found one bag I refused to open up because it was about the shape and size and looked like it was probably a dead guinea pig, and I was not opening it to find out. Yeah, I opened the black bag a handful of times, but I don't open the black bags. This was a clear bag and it had colors and it looked like it was promising looking, and I opened it, it was a shit bag.
Yeah, NWI, no.
And the Tamagotchis. Oh man, I remember that thing. Tamagotchis. And then I'd leave it with my mom to take care of it while I was at school, because heaven forbid the Tamagotchi died. I wish I could find my Tamagotchi.
Arigato. Mr. Roboto?
It was cool.
Purple Tube remembers them.
You're gonna fall. If I'm gonna go right along with what Frugal Family said, like what Julie has said. The second I find actual human body parts, I'm done. I'm done. I don't think I could ever get back in a dumpster again if I found that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the authorities would be called, but yeah, that would shake me to my core too.
Yes, the police would definitely be called too, but like let's think this through. So that would shake me to my core, but then you call the police, you found this, and now you're going to go in and get questioned, period. You're going to get questioned. My mom, actually, when she was about 18, stumbled on a body in the forest. Yeah. It can happen, but yeah, I'm done. I find that I'm done. Took years for the batteries to die on that thing.
Mannequins don't count, endless vlogs. Unless they're anatomically correct, then that would give me a little cause for concern.
Call the cops. Yeah, you'd call the cops if you find a gun. Check for gold teeth. Okay, so funny story. I'm gonna go into a Frugal Family story. She found, like, I guess, like a grandparent or a parent had saved their kid's teeth when they fell out, and put them in like a little container. Well, they got like an estate type thing got thrown in the garbage. Someone illegal dumped an estate. And she found this container of the teeth, and it had the silver filling, like the real legit silver fillings. So she sold the teeth on eBay. She, I think, got a decent bit for these silver fillings. And then she basically got contacted that you cannot sell body parts on eBay.
No, terra firma, you wouldn't have to question that. I would imagine that would be pretty self-explanatory. But no, to dive in with purposes statement there, I don't think finding a gun would prevent me from continuing to dumpster dive.
Oh no, I would continue if it was a gun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, probably, we'd want to phone the authorities, but welcome back, aviation fan. That's cool. Not a great gamer is still in here, lurking apparently, and someone tried to use his toaster, and he is pissed.
Solstice, this is my for me. I don't know if I would want to call in if I were to find a body, call it in anonymously. Because there's a high likelihood all around that dumpster, all in that dumpster, my fingerprints are there. I wouldn't want to chance them getting my fingerprints off that dumpster. And now it really looks suspicious because I didn't call it in. Even though I did, but anonymous.
Yeah. You better off just
knowing I'm innocent.
Tell them why you were there, what you were doing. I mean,
most of these cops have seen me diving. I've been passed at least 6 times in the last couple of days, really.
Most of them don't really care.
Oh, they don't. The one that stopped me a couple days ago, he was like, "So you find anything?" I'm like,
"Oh, Jesus."
Today.
Just read my last comment. Of course I did now. Yeah. Yeah, definitely call it in. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Legit call it in. Like, she wouldn't do the anonymous or any of that. Like, like I said, I think there'd be too much risk involved of calling anonymously in as a dumpster diver, knowing my fingerprints are on that dumpster. I know that.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, just simply because you then, I mean, if you have a record, you then become suspect.
Mm-hmm. So if I call it in, I'm less suspect. They're still going to have to.
Then you're backpedaling and like, why did you call it in anonymously? Why didn't you tell the person?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I'm sure they could trace who actually called it in. So then when they call me in because of the fingerprints, and they're like, "So why'd you call it in anonymously?"
Right, exactly. I mean, that in and of itself is a little suspicious. Just to cover yourself, from being found out that you were digging in somebody's dumpster.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be prosecuted for murder or something like that if I didn't do it. So yeah, I'm going to spill my guts. Yes, I was there. I was picking trash like the best of them.
I wear gloves most times. Now there's times I forget them. I do, and I think every dumpster diver can say that. But for me, when I go to get on the dumpster, I tend to have one glove off, because that's how I get a better grip on the dumpster. Otherwise, I slide too much with the gloves. So there's always one hand that touches that dumpster with my fingers open until I get into the dumpster. But it's just, either way it goes, I wouldn't want to do anonymous. Because if something, I don't know, there's even just that risk of any side. There could be cameras back there. There could be
way to call R5 out there, Sue-Ann.
Yeah, I know. Shark Scrapper, what's up? Thumbs up. But
what's going on, Shark Scrapper? Hope you had a great holiday season. Happy New Year.
Like, a lot of the dumpsters we go by, like, some of them are right by Target. Target has cameras. There's a lot of dumpsters that do. Dollar Generals almost always have cameras out there. So they have cameras. So they watch this camera footage and they see you back by the dumpsters, you're going to get called in. Yeah. So either way it goes, there's a way of tracing back to you being there. So I wouldn't do anonymous. I wouldn't.
You never know. There are, killers aren't necessarily the smartest people in the world to begin with. Some can be, some may not be. You just never know.
Stores Wi-Fi, pick up your phone. Exactly. Like there's so many ways that they could trace you back to that site to where it just comes back to if you were to find something. See, this is how it got brought up is what if you were ever to find a body in the dumpster? You go into dumpsters as well, Shark Scrapper. What would you do? I said I would be done dumpster diving. Well, obviously I would also call it in. And it was said, like Sales to Sosa said, call it in anonymously to avoid the whole repercussions of what you're going to deal with as being the caller. For me, there's so many ways they could trace me back to that scene. And if I called it in anonymously, you're running the risk of an even bigger issue because now, why did you call it in anonymously if you, like, what are you hiding? What are you trying to hide? So I would rather deal with the questioning that's going to happen because you found it and just calling it in and saying, hey, I found this. We need cops to show up now. Yeah. I think between my reaction and the fact that if they hook me up to a lie detector, I know for a fact I didn't do it. I think I'm good.
See, aviation fan, I understand where you're coming from. You just like, oh, I'm out of here. I don't want any part of this. I get it. But at the same time, you know, with surveillance, like she was just talking about surveillance cameras, and they can trace where your cell phone is if you had it and all that good stuff. They have a way to know that you were there, and who knows what that resolution footage is going to look like. For all the cops know, you could be the one that planted the gun there or whatever is there. So I agree with Crystal here. I mean, if you're anonymous when you call in, or if you just run from the scene, it can invite disaster for you later because your fingerprints are on the dumpster, you know?
Now, mind you, if I found a body in the dumpster, I might not stay right there. I might be like calling as I drove away going, I'll meet you at a different location, but just in case the person's hanging around, I ain't going to stand here waiting for the cops to show up. I might leave that location and tell them where I'm going or go straight to the police department or whatever. But I don't know if I'd stay behind the buildings by the dumpster waiting for the cops, hoping the other person ain't still hanging in the shadows.
Exactly. No, that makes sense. Exactly. That makes sense.
Oh, so Shark Scrapper says, so having found a dead body once, long story, I recommend you just call it in. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like I call it in. I wouldn't try to be anonymous with it. I would just up front, hey, there's a body at this location. I'll come into the police department. I'll meet you at a different location, but I'm not staying back here to see because I go out at all times, but I've been doing a lot of early morning dives and late night dives where it's dark. I'm not hanging around to see who else is hanging around in the area still.
Exactly. This is a morbid subject. Let's talk about something else.
Angie found a body in the dumpster, but he was still alive.
I bet that happens a lot.
Yeah, that'd be interesting too.
And then people treat the dumpsters like a freaking spa or you know, jacuzzi. You know, they hop in with you. Like,
yep. Sorry, I had a client messaging.
Yeah, no, that aviation fan makes sense, and that's what R5 was saying too. That makes sense. You never know how they're going to respond. First off, and you never know if that person's coming back. But anyway.
Yeah, no, that's like I said. Yeah, it's a loaded subject, but since it got brought up, I'm answering how I would respond at least.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree, and that's fine. I get it. You're not messaging me, so it's either Bossy or Sue Ann.
No, it was a client. It was a client.
Oh, a client.
I've let a few raccoons out of the dumpster. I haven't had to see we've got a lot of irresponsible divers that are just leaving it wide open, so there's no raccoons getting stuck. And
we just got about 8 inches of snow.
We've been getting rain. We've been getting
rain up until this most recent storm.
Yeah, we've been getting rain and like ice and sleet, and I guess it's called something else. I forget what it's called. That is like not rain, not snow, but yeah.
It's cold in Texas. It's 43 degrees.
Yeah, it's yeah.
8 inches of snow all at once, or you just were what? No. What the hell did you eat?
NWI said she believes that rain, snow, sleet stuff is called grapple. So we had grapple.
What? Grapple? Is that an inside joke?
I guess that's what she heard. The rain, snow stuff was called. It was grapple. It was like bouncy ball snow. It wasn't hail. It wasn't hard enough to be hail. It was like sleety and melting almost on contact, but it was bouncing off the hood of your car. Like it would hit your car and it would bounce, but it would melt on contact. So it wasn't really hail. It was weird. Okay, it was weird. But it was
Shark Scrapper said it hit 79 degrees where he is. Lucky bastard.
Brag it up. Brag it up.
Lucky bastard.
Magic snow. It was bouncy snow. It was pretty funny. Okay, I gotta look this up. Rain or
happy snow.
I'm looking to see if I can come up with what it's called. Oh, okay. So yeah, it is called grapple, but it's spelt different. It's Graupel. Grapple, also called soft hail or snow pellets, is precipitation that forms when super cold water droplets are collected and freeze on falling snowflakes, forming 2 to 5 millimeter balls of rime. Grapple is distinct from hail and ice pellets. Hail is common in thunderstorms, while grapple typically falls in winter storms.
Yeah, we had a little bit of grapple.
Yeah, we had grapple. And it bounces like bouncy balls.
Happy New Year, not a great gamer. Happy New Year, my friend. You were right.
It's not like sleet, though. It's weird. Like, sleet is more like... Sleet, I don't know. It's weird. But it's like...
Hell no. Oh, Shark Scrapper. He's reaching.
Hell no. It bounced. It literally bounced. It was weird. It was weird. And it was so
It does
slick.
sound like a drink, actually.
It was so slick. Like, I legit... I decided to hit the dumpsters while this was happening the last time. And I went behind the building. And I hit the brakes. And Autumn goes, Mom, you're going towards the fence. I go, yep. I can't stop it. We're going skating. And my car was just kind of like...
Creep, snapple, grapple.
Grapple can happen if you have too much drink. Yeah, grapple could happen. Grapple could happen.
It could if you pee outside and like it's really, really cold.
You should go around grappling people. That might get you a charge. That might get you a charge.
Yeah, you might get grappled yourself. You get grappled back.
Oh, you shouldn't go around grappling people.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
I don't know why she's insistent on being on my chair like that.
It looks like she's having a hard time. She's like hanging on there. She's like,
There, that's easier. Ow, you just poked me with your nails.
They are interesting pets.
She's my friend.
Yeah.
She was hanging off my chair, and then she had her one set of nails scratching me in my neck every once in a while, so that kind of had to stop. Grapes and apples, yeah, grapple.
Yes, I remember that, terra firma. There was a drink called grapple.
I think there's grapples that they actually make. Sky hasn't made her appearance tonight.
No, she hasn't. She is in the other room with Mama.
I was say she's hanging with Mommy tonight, isn't she? She doesn't even realize Dad exists at the moment.
Well, she got 2 rides today. instead of one. I had to, of course, we had a snowstorm here today, so I brought Katie to work. She was working at her very first job. She got a job at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm so proud of her. One of my favorite places. Anyway, brought her in and picked her up, and Sky went both times. She loved it.
Sent 1,000 thumbs up and Happy New
High
Year.
five. Hope you had a great holiday season. Happy New Year's to you, my friend.
Yeah, I think that they actually have apples that are called grapples.
Well, I don't know about that necessarily, but I do know that there was a drink, like a cran apple type of thing that was called grapple. Now I gotta look it up.
Grape asples. Yes, there is. There's apples called grapples. They're grape apples.
There's a grapple cocktail, grapple martini.
There's grape apples.
Yay for first jobs. Yeah, I am super proud of her, to be honest with you, Sue Ann. Week again, I've been sleeping a lot and been sick. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I hope you feel better soon. Uh-oh.
Feel better. See? Grapples.
Grapple brand, say grape. Oh, speaking of which, hold on. Somebody wants to say hello.
Tastes like a grape. Look, she remembered we exist.
She did. Go figure. So you got a pad. I got a pad. We're good. How you doing, sweetie? Yes. It took you this long to realize I'm live.
She goes, well, it's been a while.
Everybody's saying hello. You see him saying hello. You start a show. Anything you want to tell him? Oh, she's giving me the cold shoulder. You see that?
She's like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Whatever I did, I'm sorry. I love you. Fine, be that way. I may eat grapes. Doesn't mean I like them. See, my animals get Christmas gifts just like the kids get Christmas gifts. She got a whole bunch of bones and treats and bacon strips and all sorts of stuff. All right, go ahead and get that. I love you too. Yeah. Oh, now you want to be lovely, 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 lovely. Why are you shaking your head?
You didn't even realize I got kicked off?
No, you got kicked off?
Yeah.
Apparently, I did not know that.
I was kicked off and had to reconnect my internet, and you were just all up lovey-dovey with Sky. You didn't even realize it.
Maybe Sky did it. I bet you she did it. She cut the cord
Sky.
on you.
Were you trying to get yourself to be the center of attention? You're already the center of attention. I'm going to send you a friend. Sky's going to come live with you. You're just going to have Sky 1 and Sky 2.
I love you too. All right, get down. What? You don't give her a puppy suit of bacon? Oh, I do, though. I spoil the ever-living crap out of this dog.
I was kicked off.
I didn't realize. It must have happened really quick because I didn't. I heard silence for a few seconds, and then I saw you doing this, like you were upset because I didn't notice you got lost there for a second.
I heard silence for a second. Man, I must talk a lot.
That did sound bad, didn't it? Sorry.
No, it was fast this time. My internet decided to reconnect very quickly this time.
I have to say, since I got this new wireless router, I haven't had any issues. Have I gone all Minecrafty on anybody? Do I sound okay? Do I look okay?
You've done a couple a couple pauses at least, but I don't know if that StreamYard's doing it. Yeah. Like where it kind of freezes for a second.
Dog hack streaming service. Skyfall. Nice. Yeah, those
But,
bacon bits. Gotta love bacon bits.
you look as bad as usual.
I want to. Thank you, Skyscraper. I thank you for reaffirming
Skyscraper.
what I already knew. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. You make an old man feel good.
You look just as good as that right there.
Well, coming from you, I'll take that as a compliment. Now we know the origins of Skynet is actually Skycam. Exactly. Somebody's reverse engineering all this stuff. The dog gains sentience and she's trying to take over the world.
Okay, you want a good funny story?
Yes.
I on my live stream yesterday, NWI might remember how I talked about, hey, it's nice when you can sell some items, make a little bit of money to replace things like clothes you rip when you're diving. So, before I went to Walmart, I had went dumpster diving. I went to Walmart. I'm in Walmart for probably a good 15, 20 minutes at this point. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why do I feel skin? I ripped my pants while dumpster diving. But worst part about that is where they ripped. They are ripped right smack dab on my ass cheek. I was walking around Walmart with my whole ass for a good 20 minutes.
So you were one of those types of people that like YouTube vloggers and stuff take pictures of, and those pictures end up on like Instagram and Twitter and shit. Walmart bloopers.
I'm walking around Walmart with my hand covering my ass the rest of the time. I'm like, okay, Autumn, let's finish this off. She's like, Mom, you look hilarious. I'm like, it's better than my ass showing.
What you matter, baby? What?
Walmart's the best place to be at. I know, right? I'm gonna end up on a damn meme. Like, look at this. No, I was like, I didn't realize it though. I did not realize I ripped them when I got in the dumpster. I did not realize they were ripped until I'm walking around Walmart and I felt like some air. I'm like, oh, that's skin. Oh, that's my ass.
Felt a little more ventilation than normal.
I'm like, this is the moment I rethink my underwear choices, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm like, oh my God. So I was walking around Walmart for a good 15 minutes without realizing my ass was legitimately showing through a hole.
I'm surprised nobody came up to you and said, excuse me, ma'am, but your ass cheek is out. You're being a little cheeky.
I didn't feel it. No, I don't get cold, NWI. I didn't feel it. I feel nothing.
I hate to ask you this, but could you cover that cheek? Can you turn the other cheek?
See, I had that happen one solstice when I was getting on the horse, and I ripped the whole like center stream like seam of my pants. Like I had a legit hole down the crotch, and I was like, okay, shirt. I had a sweater on. I took that off. I tied that around my waist. I'm like, at least I covered it up now. Because I was on like an 18-hand horse, and that was like the problem is I was having to stretch so far to get on. Didn't end well.
David the producer.
Thumbs up.
High fives. Great to see you, bud.
Well,
Hope you and Juliet Miranda had a wonderful holiday season and a happy New Year's.
The dragon.
Where is that bearded dragon going?
In the hair.
Ouch.
I don't feel a thing.
Well, that's good, I guess.
I got a couple dumpsters that I should have learned by now that they're going to probably rip something and I need to be more careful, but I'm not very careful. And at least these were pajama pants. Yeah. She's hiding.
Hey, beardy dragon.
She's
Yeah,
hiding.
making a nest, exactly. Here we go. I'm just gonna use your cheek as leverage. Get right up in there.
Ah, that's my ear.
Yeah, he's trying to get on top of your head now. Ah! Hold on, guys. Let's watch this firsthand, second hand, and maybe bearded dragon hand. Hey, look, he made it to the summit. Little Lion King song going on in the
Beautiful hair
background.
going on.
Oh, that's funny.
Because of course you'd wear pajama pants to Walmart. They're comfortable. They're comfortable.
Why not? Exactly.
She likes being on top of your head. She likes being higher up, apparently. There. My hair is like literally a hot mess now.
Definitely high up.
Now I got the Walmart hairdo going at all.
I like the Walmart hairdo, just saying. I think it's very becoming.
Mom always said wear clean underwear in case you have to go to the doctor. In this case, R5 needs to wear clean underwear in case she splits her pants diving. Hey, I figured you guys would all enjoy that funny story. And yeah, David, beautiful hat. She's the hat of 2021. If she poops up there, I'm going to cry. She's got a habit of doing that too.
Oh, I hate to tell you that, but it left a trail from like your hood all the way up.
Oh, trust me, I would smell that.
And the circle of feces in Crystal's hair.
Oh, now we're going to go higher. Can we like at least like leave my hair like somewhat normal?
Oh my God, send 1,000. I guess everybody has their time frame in which they change their underwear, I suppose. Just make sure that when you change your underwear, it doesn't go so long as to where you need to take it off with a freaking blowtorch.
Well, you know, I know I've had to have those conversations with some people. You don't take a shower and then put your dirty underwear back on.
3 times in a row? 3 times?
What are you going to now? She went that whole long route so she could go back to the spot she was originally hanging.
What?
She went that whole route of climbing my hair so she could go on the back of the chair again.
You're going to have to wait. I've let you out 50 times today. You just want to go out and play in the freaking snow.
Of course she does. Now I got like this little hand. Yeah, no, it's like watery solid, but it stinks like high hell. She likes pooping on Haley. That's her favorite person to poop on.
Then she's doing it right.
She's gotten Haley many a times. Big Hero 6 from one of the character outlines every way he wears his underwear. I think so. Hey, it's just in case. You just never know.
Right. Yeah, she loves to play in the snow. Sometimes Sky, she's too smart for her own good. Sometimes she'll go outside just because she wants to play in the snow or just run around, which is fine. Sometimes she'll go outside so that she can come right back in and get a treat because she knows every single time she comes back in and I don't have to call for her, she gets a treat. So she'll go outside, she'll wait a second, look at me, run back in, and get her treat.
I wonder why. Gene is saying he can't find the live stream. I'm like, it's on Gil Skillz Live.
Oh, I'm watching it right now.
I am too.
Yeah. But regardless, though, we are coming up on that 2-hour mark, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it short here. Is there any last words that you'd like to say before we end the evening?
Happy New Year. Think positively. Be kind. No, we didn't change over the day for this whole brand new year that's going to be beautiful, sunshine and rainbows. But try to see the positive in the day. Don't dwell on the bad. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
I couldn't agree more. And don't open any funky bags in the dumpster, okay? And don't rip your clothing on the dumpster. And make sure that your ass is properly covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Before walking into any store, because you might have a hole.
that's right. You never know when you might see your own picture on some news article somewhere about Walmart people walking. All right. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, much love. And stay foxy. Bye.
And have a scrap happy day.
That too.